Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel where I try to post all things about music and guitar. Today I'll be reviewing this product. That's the Q Series double headless case by Quantum Industries. It is not the coolest gear to review, but it's very important for those of us who either gig or travel with two headless guitars and need a case that can fit both of them. I'll do some unboxing and I'll give you all my thoughts.
Disclaimer. I personally purchased the Quantum Industries dual headless case and did not receive any compensation, sponsorship, or free product from the manufacturer. All views and opinions expressed in this video are entirely my own.
So here it is. It's a pretty big box. It doesn't feel as heavy, but kind of heavy. I mean, I'm not sure if you guys know what I mean. So anyway, I did open the top. It comes in a plastic wrap, and I'm gonna pull that out and then I can show you what it looks on the inside. Plastic wrap. I'm gonna take that out and show you guys what it looks like. So it looks like it comes in some kind of cover. I don't think it's a rain cover, but it's mostly to protect maybe from what's inside the box or just some kind of layer to protection. So here it is. Can't see it. Now I'm going to do some comparisons. I do have the mono dual case, which that thing is pretty big. The reason I ended up getting this one is because I've been playing Strandberg since they started making left-handed guitars. And unfortunately, fortunately, they just work better for me. They're a lot smaller, they weigh less, especially when you're playing 3-hour gigs, even 90 minutes. You know, carrying a Fender or any Telecaster, that can get pretty heavy and uncomfortable on your shoulders. So that's the reason I went to Strandberg. I've been waiting this for a while. I don't see many companies actually have something similar to this. I was hoping Strandberg would come up with something. I've actually had many other cases. After getting this one, I'm going to end up getting rid of a bunch of them. So if you guys are interested, hit me up and then maybe we can work something out. So what I'll do, since you guys are just seeing the top, I'm going to stop the video and then I'll show you guys some close-ups. Okay?
Weighing at only 6.6 pounds, the Q Series double headless tour bag has been designed for artists that need to transport two headless guitars at once. The height is about 36.22 inches with a depth of 7.48 inches and a width of 16.54 inches, making this the perfect guitar case for brands like Strandberg, Kiesel, and the Ibanez Q Series, to name a few. This case features two pockets in the front, one large and one medium. The top pocket can easily fit an iPad mini, a guitar strap, and/or strings, to name a few. The bottom pocket can fit a 13-inch iPad Pro or a 14-inch MacBook Pro. The case comes with the sleeves that can fit a 13-inch iPad Pro or even a 14-inch MacBook Pro. I found this to be a nice touch. Adding that extra layer of protection without having to go buy an extra item was very thoughtful of Quantum Industries. To the right side of the case, there is a zipper. In that zipper bag, once you open it, to my surprise, there's a water bottle holder. It's a small meshy bag, probably ideal for a plastic water bottle. I don't think I'll personally use it, but it's a cool, another additional feature that they added to this case. Another cool feature that the Q Series double headless guitar tour bag has is that it has a locking system. More specifically, it's got a combination lock system. Even though it will not prevent any important belongings from getting stolen, it will help with preventing any unauthorized access, theft deterrence, and travel convenience. One important aspect of the guitar case are the backpack straps, because if you're carrying two headless guitars, how the bag sits on your shoulders can make or break the experience. The straps are adjustable, so they could sit higher or lower depending on your needs. I'll be testing this out next week during my gig.
Okay, we'll test this out. I will say I'm not too convinced with the straps. they feel, I'm too used to the mono ones, that they feel like they're gonna tear. So far, they feel they're working, but it's the first time I've used it. This part is a bit of a challenge against my head. So that's something to consider when you're wearing it, is that this might start hitting your head, or it might be a little too high. The weight, it seems like it will shift back a little bit. But like I said, it's the first day I used it. I don't hate it, but I'm having some mixed feelings because I'm so used to my mono case. I think I have a very good balance, especially on the straps. Here, I don't like it. It's kind of annoying. I wish it was maybe higher, but I don't know how that would work. Another thing, again, I mentioned on the previous video or on the previous recording, the leather. I think it scratches very quick, so I'm not sure about that yet. Right now you don't see it because the place that we're playing here is nice, but I do worry that the leather's going to scratch quick, so something to consider. If you don't care, then it's not a big deal. Other than that, like, it's been working well. Both the guitars fit. I was only able to use one of them. I only had to use one of them today. One thing that I will contact them.
Are we doing an unboxing?
Yeah, it's, we're doing a review. I got this in case. This shit comes off. I don't like that. This shit fucking stick. I don't know what the deal with that is. I don't like that. So, Quantum, let's talk about that. It shouldn't fall. I think everything else is Velcro, so maybe it was a mistake. But yeah, so far, first night, I do love it, but the straps I don't love too much. I'm still getting used to it. There's a lot of room. I was able to fit a few iPads, iPad mini. There's a bunch of storage here. So I'll keep gigging with it, and I'll tell you guys more. Bye.
First up, the Strandberg Deluxe. Size-wise, it's the slimmest and most compact of all three. Perfect if you're always on the move and don't want the extra bulk. The materials is a durable soft shell fabric with plush padding inside, giving it a premium feel. Design-wise, it's sleek, lightweight, and tailored specifically for Strandberg body shapes, which means a snug, perfect fit. The downside is that it's only ideal for if you're playing a Strandberg, so versatility is limited. But if you are, this is the most stylish and travel-friendly option. Next, the Quantum Industries Headless case. Compared to the Strandberg, it's a little bigger, but still manageable. The extra size comes with more ruggedness. The outer material is heavy-duty nylon with reinforced stitching and stronger zippers. The interior is shaped to handle different headless designs, not just one brand. Design-wise, it's modern, minimal, and very functional. It doesn't scream flashy, but it feels like a universal tool built to protect your headless guitar while still being portable. And there's the Mono Case Classic. This is the biggest case here because you're carrying two large guitars with the headstock. It's tall, wide, and heavier than the other two, no way around that. But the material is where the Mono really stands out. Their sharkskin shell is water resistant and abrasion resistant, built for serious touring. Inside, you get thick padding and their neck suspension system, so your guitars never slam into the bottom if the case is ever dropped. The design is all about maximum protection and pro-level functionality. You've got dual compartments, each isolated so the guitar never touch, and plenty of storage for accessories. It's bulky, yes, but it feels like gear that's road ready. So here's the breakdown. The Strandberg Deluxe is the lightest and most compact, perfect for Strandberg owners who want style and portability. The Quantum Industries is the middle ground, tougher, more universal, and a great balance of protection and size. And the Mono Classic Dual is the heavy-duty option, built for players who need two guitars and the toughest protection possible. This might not be a good match for your headless guitars though, as it is way bigger than the other two cases. At the end of the day, it's all about what you value more, travel-friendly size, rugged versatility, or maximum protection with dual capacity. So one pro of the case, I was very excited to get my hands on and the Quantum Industries Headless guitar case. As a person that gigs with two guitars, I needed a case where I could fit two headless guitars while still maintaining a low profile. Another pro the case has is the storage. The storage was very well thought out. It is not overloaded with a bunch of pockets that I would not use, but but it does give me enough room and space for things like cables, my iPads, my MacBook Pro, tools, and many other things. It's practical without it being too bulky, which makes traveling with the case a lot smoother and less stressful. Lastly, what I really like about this case is how well it balances protection and portability while maintaining that modern and slick look. The case is both gig and travel ready. I highly recommend this case for anyone looking for a guitar case that can hold 2 headless guitars. One con I found with the guitar case is the strap padding. This might be a personal preference, but as I mentioned in the previous video,
I feel like they're gonna tear. So far, they're working, but it's the first time I've used it.
compared to the mono case, I do prefer that thickness of that padding on those straps. Another con I found is that even though this case really looks modern and has a slick look, there's a good chance you might not be able to keep it intact or spotless. I feel that the case is susceptible to scratches, especially on those areas that has that synthetic leather. If you do choose to travel with your guitar, know that if you are asked to check in, and I mean this at the airport, there is a good chance that your case will turn into a soccer ball, as we've all seen in those memes.
But they reassured him they would handle his guitar with care. Instead, this is what was waiting for Sam when he got off the plane.
Bruh.
His beloved guitar, his livelihood, beyond repair.
Lastly, one thing that I did find has nothing to do with the case and its functionality, but more with the quality control issue. I did experience a minor issue with the zipper system. The pull device in the zipper to the main guitar side came off after I zippered the case. I did not notice this until I tried opening the bag and it came off when it locked at the bottom. This should not be happening on a part that is so important for the functionality of the case. So there you go. If the question is, do I really need this case? Well, that really depends on your budget and your needs. Never buy any gear just to scratch that itch. Buy it because it's something that you need and it's something you can definitely afford. I highly recommend this case for anyone who wants that case with modern aesthetics that can fit 2 guitars that are headless. Otherwise, there's nothing wrong with taking 2 different cases to your gigs or while you're traveling. Only you can decide if you're happy with what you have or if you'll be more comfortable having something that would feel more convenient. No matter what, the important thing to do is to get out there and play. Until then, I really hope you enjoy this video. Happy playing, and I love you all.